Happen to find yourself on Erie Avenue in Massillon, Ohio, you might just have to let your nose lead you to the doors of the facility making Gold'N Krisp Potato Chips. Their kettle-cooked chips are a local favorite in Stark County and beyond, and I had the chance to get to know the family that's been sharing that special flavor for decades.
My great-grandma and grandpa, they had a potato chip company, and when my grandfather got out of the military, he knew that he didn't want to work for anybody else. He wanted to be his own boss.
When he came home from the Army, he worked for them for about a year and decided he wanted to make his own potato chips.
And kind of branched off and bought it from them, changed a few things, and with the help of my grandma Betty Lou, that's kind of where it all started.
And more than 60 years later, Gold'N Krisp Potato Chips are still made just the way Odell Gainey, better known by family as Grandfather, would have wanted.
Okay, we can get started back here.
Once stirred by hand in a kettle, Gold'N Krisp Potato Chips are now made by machine in the family's facility in Massillon.
So here we have the two cookers where the actual magic is made.
Okay.
Doug, Odell's son-in-law, is GM and operational manager.
How many pounds of potatoes are we dealing with?
Every day we probably go through 14,000 pounds of potatoes.
Wow.
Their chips, both regular and rippled, unchanged all these years later. The same chips President Mary, Odell's granddaughter, ate growing up.
What sets us apart is we have a special blend of oils that is mixed with lard, and I think that's what gives them the distinct flavor that people really like, and them being kettle cooked. They're the perfect crunch.
And if you're lucky, you can snag a warm bag fresh at their door.
That's a delicacy in its own when you eat them warm with the salt just on them.
The chips can be found all across Stark County, in grocery stores and even Walmarts, growing outward into the rest of Ohio, too. But you can always stop by their location or order online.
But after this long in the community, we do have a very loyal following. So
yeah, it's worked for over 60 years, so it's like there's no reason to change it. It was always wanting to make Grandfather proud when he was here, but now it's even more so just wanting to, it's like we have to make sure we take care of things and do right by him.
A commitment maintained by each generation, from parents Doug and Beth to daughters Katie, Mary, and Jessie, all destined to be part of this family-run business.
Yeah, I just found this in recent years. I'm like, whoa, my future is behind me.
Katie never imagined she'd grow up to drive a chip truck, but it seems Grandfather knew all along.
It's what he wanted for us. You know, he set this place up to give himself independence and then to give his family independence and jobs, and he trained us all so highly, and I don't know, it just means the world.
Even as kids, the sisters packed up chips before school, then off to breakfast with Grandfather. Their facility.
So Mary is here in '89. I think that's the oldest one.
Home away from home for Jessie and her mom, Beth.
Memories of them tying on the aprons, the adult-size aprons, you know, to make them fit us when we were kids.
The business growing along with their family.
When we would add on additions and we'd be laying the cement, we'd have them come in and put their handprints in the cement. And pretty special.
Now, there are new tiny handprints making their mark.
So my daughter, seeing it through her eyes is really neat. Mama, our chips are here. I'm like, oh, yeah, they are. So it's pretty cute. And we continue to be blessed to drive each other crazy and also love each other extra.
Decades of memories and countless hours of hard work. Those early mornings and long days, never overshadowing the importance of family, with Grandfather's guiding hand always at the center.
Must make you very proud to know that you've raised girls who want to work with you and want to work with each other.
Yes, it does.
It's very special, and I don't think we take it for granted. Again, we have hard days, and sometimes it is frustrating, but we make sure to not let that last long and just remember what we have and how great it is.
really special family there. And, you know, we were just so struck. It was Ty, our wonderful video journalist, and myself, and we were so struck because oftentimes you hear in family businesses, sometimes it can go the opposite way, right? Sometimes people's priorities aren't all aligned or they want different things, and it can kind of get in the way of the family and the bond, but not with this family. It was really amazing to see them all working so cohesively and just genuinely loving what they do every day.
And the smells and the sights that you got to experience
Well,
too.
if you want the smells, Peyton.
I know. I put it down because I had to grab them. It looked like I was, you know, holding something snug. Yeah. But we figured we'd try them.
Crack them open.
I'm a potato fanatic.
Yes.
The girls know I adore French fries, but I'd do anything for potato chips. So.
Potato chips for breakfast. Dig on in.
So do they have? Is it just the stereotypical potato chip flavor, or
But they have that special blend is what makes them unique. It's kettle cooked, and then they do oils and lard. It's a secret, so I don't exactly know what the blend is, but that's what they say gives them their distinct flavor.
That's good stuff.
I like the curled one. Oh, I like that crisp.
And I did
Not
mention,
good?
I picked up the bag and I was like, you know, some people like jip you on a lot of air. This is a full bag of potato chips. So I will happily be purchasing these at the grocery store the next time I see them.
And I have before, and I did not know.
And that's the funny
Their
thing about
story.
Northeast Ohio is there are so many little ties that you will never know until, you know, you hear a story like this. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for also sharing these.
And our mouths will be full for the rest of the newscast.
They will.
So we'll do our best.
Yes. Thank you.